Hey guys, and welcome to Certitude Unboxing. Jair here, and these beauties are the latest additions to the Fossil Q line. The names are Q Marshal and Q Wonder. Fossil released this 2 weeks ago, promising to give customers the perfect balance of not only fashion, but function as well. Are they worth a purchase or upgrade? Let's find out. Hey guys, today we have the Fossil Q Marshal today in this unboxing. This is a brand new Fossil watch from the Q collection. The previous one competed really hard against other smartwatches like the Apple Watch, the Moto 360, and they're doing a really good job. This one specifically is a Q Marshal. Fossil also made another model that's new. It's called Q Wonder, and it's more like a feminine one. As you can see, we have the pictures right there, and I will be talking about that one as well. But right here specifically, I have the Fossil Q Marshal. It is the blue metallic one, which is really sick. What other smartwatch do you see out there that's in blue? Let's talk statistic-wise. This specific model is actually only $295. The whole collection overall does vary from $295 to $315, which is honestly, it's not that expensive because the previous model, the Q Founder, is the exact same price. So you're getting something better for the exact same price. Honestly, I expected it to be higher since it's obviously more advanced. It has certain features that improve the watch, but for it being the same price, I'm just surprised, honestly. So let's get statistic wise, let's give you some information. So this one, yeah, it's $295 for a leather band. Storage is 4 gigabytes. The operating system, of course, is Android Wear. You no longer need the Q app. In the previous model, you did need it. In this new one, you don't need it at all. It also promises that it's for Android devices and iOS for iPhones. And I also heard that it does more features with the iPhone just as well as with the Android. We're gonna have to test that as well. The battery is 360 milliamp hours, and it is wireless charger, which is supposedly a lot different from the previous model. It does come with a 2-year warranty. Yes, it's interchangeable, so you can change the bands back and forth. The case is blue color. The size of the case is 45 millimeter. So let's get unboxing. That was like a hassle, honestly. That was just horrible. I like how they made the opening actually look like a Q. Of course, you have the instruction book in different languages. Whoever reads that, as I always say, nobody ever reads the instruction books. Let's see what else. And it comes with your warranty, of course, information in different languages. Very interesting, I'm pretty sure. A lot of people complained about the battery last year. They said it was too bulky and it looked cheap. So this is literally the battery. They made it a lot slimmer. It is magnetic now, which is actually a lot different. Let me show you guys how the previous model was. This was the previous model. It looks all dirty, I know, because I've been using it for about a year already. But this was back then, and this is the new. You're in the future now, guys. And of course, what you've all been waiting for, the watch. It's a lot smaller than the previous model. Let's have it. That's the comparison. Let me tell you a little bit what makes this one a lot better. The design is, this one specifically, Marshall, was made for guys. The Wonder is more feminine looking, and obviously Marshall is more masculine looking with the type of design that it has. It's just, wow, it's really nice. And the leather, I mean, this type of leather, I mean, it feels good, it's resistant, it's nice and thick. And they also made it a bit slimmer as well, so it's gonna fit better in the hand, but it is smaller, a smaller screen from the statistics. But I can't complain. I mean, I'm probably already used to the big thick bright screen, so I'm about to get used to this specific one. But what comes in the box? Less stuff, less of a hassle. This is the overall unboxing. After 2 weeks of having to use a Fossil Q Marshal, I got to see obviously what are the goods and what are the bads, the cons and the pros. And honestly, I'm gonna have to say that there is not a lot of big difference compared from the Q Founder to the Q Marshal or Wonder. First, let's talk the pros. Always think positive first. First pro, it's the design. honestly, compare the Fossil Q Founder to the Fossil Q Wonder or Marshal. The designs are just really what would make people rebuy them, because they look a lot better. They look a lot more elegant. Even though the Fossil Founder was already very elegant compared to other smartwatches, the Q Marshal and Q Wonder really stepped it up. Q Marshal, which is the one that I was using for this past 2 weeks, it just got a lot of compliments. The people that had seen me with the Fossil Q Founder before, they found the Q Marshal a lot more elegant and a lot better looking than the previous one. I really like the type of colors that they came from. They came with a lot more variety of them. It's basically hitting the customer's want, like needs. Like if it's a women usually don't like smartwatches because they look ugly for them. They feel weird, and obviously they're female. They want something more elegant, more feminine, and less of a hassle to have a big bulk smartwatch and still give it that feminine look. And that's why the Q Wonder really is the female smartwatch, and I feel like Fossil's gonna hit big with it because it's literally a smartwatch designed for the feminine look, which is really cool because no other smartwatch does that. And this one just looks very manly. You know, it looks totally different from other smartwatches. I really like how it looks in regards to design. Good job on that. The second pro will have to be how personalized you can make it. I mean, Fossil has been known and is probably really very popular because of its different unique looks and just overall the things that a customer might want, like make it different. Fossil has the quick release in basically every watch that they make, where you can just change the bands back and forth to different ones to totally change the look of a watch. It's like having a totally new watch. Pretty basically just super easy. It has like little things, I don't know if you guys can see that right there. It's just a matter of pressing down, getting it out, and that's it. It takes it off. You can change it for a large variety of bands that Fossil gives and sells separately. They vary from $15 to $30 depending on what fabrics you're getting. But you could definitely just make it unique, make it make it go with your outfit every time, like I said, and that is something I just love about Fossil. Another way to make it unique, it's not just the bands, but also the watch faces. The watch faces have improved compared from this one, from the Founder to this one. There's just a lot more variety of faces, and if you think you're stopped just by Fossil faces, there's a ton of applications out on both Play Store and the Apple Store have it. Whatever you Apple users use. I'm an Android guy, so I don't really like iPhone. No offense. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, you can just totally change it, customize the colors, the face, the dials. Just once again, make it unique, make it you. Another pro is battery. The battery is not big of a difference. The battery in the Q Founder to the Q Marshal or Wonder is not dramatically different. It does have a larger battery, but it's kind of hard to tell, honestly. I feel like the Q Founder had a perfect battery, so and even when it has the option of having it on all the time, like when it's off, like you can still see it, and it still lasts me all day, and I get home like to 30%, which is not bad. I honestly use my watch a lot, and there's times where I forget to charge it and it'll still last me like for the day, second day. So I mean, the battery can't complain. I mean, it's easier obviously because of the just magnetic, so it's like, as you could say, it's simpler, except like when it falls off your desk and you have to like reach up to it because it's not like stable like the previous one. That's the only bad thing in regards to that, but everything else I feel like it's perfectly fine. The fourth pro is a lot more functions than the previous one, and that's something that honestly I think is like the second most big difference compared to Founder to the Marshal and the Wonder. It's just the function that it has. There's a lot more. You actually use apps within it, like Spotify, play music. This is all thanks. Even text, like seeing your text messages from Hangouts. There's just a lot of more stuff that you can do with it, and it's all thanks to this little baby right here, which is the speaker. It improved the smartwatch overall because of the speaker. You could literally call your friend with this. Let's see if we could call one of my friends right now. It's super simple, guys. You can do it by OK Google. OK Google, call Marina. It's calling Marina right there. As it was calling, actually like stopped recording, but basically you could call your friends. It's totally like, I was like, oh crap, I totally forgot I'm using my phone to record. You see, my friend just told me what happened while you called. Well, the cool function that you can do about this is reply. Let's reply. Let's see. Nothing. I'm recording on a study room and I was showing them how to call from my smartwatch. And it sent it. Boom. Now let's talk about the cons. Nobody wants to talk about them, but this is Sir Tooth Unboxing and we tell you the truth. So the size and screen. That is something, I guess you could say it's a con for me specifically, because honestly the Q Founder was known for being a larger screen smartwatch. Like people would be looking at me like, damn, that's a huge smartwatch, and it honestly is big. And I got just used to the big screen and then how bright it is, that when I got the Q Marshal, it's slightly smaller and not as bright, so it looked like a big difference for me at the beginning. It was just like I had to put full brightness on my watch to actually, make me like it. I'm all about that. I'm big watches and stuff like that. That's me. So moving into a slightly smaller watch, it was kind of like weird at first, but the size and screen, it's just smaller. The next con is the speaker. I like the speaker, how they added the speaker. It's better than having nothing, but if you're gonna put a speaker on a smartwatch, can you do it right? Make it louder. I mean, if you're gonna play music and have conversation in here, you want a large speaker, and the speaker here, it's not super loud. Like for example, Spotify, I mean, you could hear it, but if you're outside, you're not gonna hear nothing at all. Same for when you're calling someone, you literally have to go like this and be like, oh, what's up? What'd you call? Huh? What you want from me? Speaker, I wish it would have been louder. Honestly, I expected it to be louder, but it's not dramatically large. That's another thing that I'm kind of down about, But can't complain. It has a speaker. I think it's pretty cool. The third con, this is not for Android users, that's why I love Android, but iPhone users, you're gonna have a little bit of cons. You can't do as much stuff that Android users do compared to the iPhone. For example, having a conversation in your smartwatch, you can't do that. You can't do a lot of stuff with this. And I'm sorry. There's more stuff you could do compared to the Q Founder, which was a downside for iPhone users. Didn't buy the Q Founder because it didn't do as much stuff as Android. Same thing here, but you could do a little bit more now. But just the phone calling and stuff like that, you can't do that on an iPhone. So I recommend just switching to an Android. Come on guys, get with the program. Overall, I love this watch. It's totally cool. I get so much compliments. It's just super cool looking. I mean, just the bezel, the screen, the way it looks, the personalization in it it's just really, really cool. I strongly recommend it, especially since it's the exact same price as the Q Founder. So, and I still recommend the Q Founder it works perfectly fine. Only it does have the speaker and it's different design, but it's still an awesome watch. I have it at home. I'm probably gonna use it back and forth. But yeah, the Q Marshal and the Q Wonder are amazing watches. I strongly recommend you guys to buy them. Don't spend thousands of dollars on an Apple Watch or Moto 360. Even the new one that came out, it's like, alright, it's nice, but it's too tech looking, Like, if you're trying to take that to, I don't know, a wedding or whatever, you can't wear that. This you could wear in any occasion. It's very elegant. And you're not spending yourself $500. It's ridiculous. And Michael Kors making a smartwatch, just stop. Just really stop, Michael Kors. Stop. Don't even get there. Stop. Get it, guys. It's really, really cool. By the way, shout out to the Llama Mom Fossil for letting me record in. Eric and Liz, you guys are awesome. Thank you, overall Fossil, for making such an amazing watch. And that's it, guys. Have a good one. this is all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing and review of the Fossil Q Marshal and Wonder. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure to put them down below and give me ideas on what to unbox and review next. Watch more videos like this on my channel and make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you later.